Kirsten, the Problem Solving Teacher and Teachers Pay Teachers author. If you like my videos, please remember to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment below. Today we are going to be talking about how to easily think of YouTube ideas for your videos. So, thinking of ideas for videos can be one of the most challenging parts of having a YouTube channel. Creating content is time consuming, and that's why not everybody is doing it. After having my YouTube channel for about a year, well, more than a year, I've started to figure out some places to look for my YouTube videos. So coming up with ideas is not as hard as it used to be. So when I first started creating content for YouTube, I was a few months into selling on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it seemed like a lot of teachers had YouTube channels, and it just seemed like the next logical step. I saw other sellers doing it, and I was like, well, I guess that's one of the things that you're supposed to start doing as you work on growing your business. So I dove in. I decided on a few topics to talk about and started recording. Most of my videos sat on my camera for like 3 months before I touched them. I started recording and I didn't even bother editing until like 3 or 4 months later. But I was recording a video every week, and I know that every week those videos got a little bit better because I had been getting practice. And I was just talking about what I was doing in my Teachers Pay Teachers business at the time. And because I was so new, it's kind of like a tutorial and a vlog all at once, because it's literally, if you went in order of my videos when they were released, it's what I was currently learning working on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I just figured, like, that's a way I can grow an audience. Maybe I'll come up with a how to create Teachers Pay Teachers stuff course, and teacher resources course later on. And I just decided that it would be good for my business for me to create video content about how to do it and what I was doing and what was going on. And for the first year that I was on YouTube, I recorded goals every month, like monthly goals, and reported on them to you guys. And those goals helped me stay on track. Now I'm doing it every quarter because I was starting to feel like I was repeating myself a lot. So I started to do it every quarter instead this year. But it helps me stay track on my business, to talk to you about what I'm doing and learning and working on. And I think it's really helpful for my audience to hear what other teacher authors are doing. The best thing about YouTube, though, is that you can create content about anything you want. It's another way to share your business with people and share who you are with the world, because they actually get to like see your face. Because when you're on TPT, unless you put yourself, like a picture of yourself in one of the banners, they don't see you. When you're on Instagram, a lot of times we are sharing pictures of our resources in action or like other things. They don't necessarily see your face. Some people are better about that than others. And so, people just get to hear you and see how you're unique. And if you have any other benefits of having a YouTube channel that are unique to you, I would love to hear them. But I think, the biggest one is that your audience gets to see you and talk to you and get to know you better. All right, why planning YouTube videos are important. Even if you don't like a script, like a full script, like I now write pretty much everything I'm going to talk about in my show notes before I record. An outline is really helpful, which is how I started. I started by, having an outline for what I was going to talk about. It's also a good idea to have a content calendar to know what videos you're going to record when. So creating a plan for the month or the quarter or even the year of what videos you would like to create will help you grow your YouTube channel. Having a plan helps make you consistent, because if you don't have a plan about posting content and when you're going to do it, it's easy to look at your schedule and try to fit in recording time and just be like, nope, not going to have it, and put it off because you don't have a plan and you don't know what you're going to record. However, when you have a plan, you are going to be able to sit down and do it much easier. I will having a plan for YouTube has really kept me on track. Like, if I didn't have a plan, I wouldn't still be doing YouTube, because my toddler is unpredictable, and there's been many times where I'm like, maybe I should just take a break from YouTube. That would like be easier. And so recently he stopped like really napping, or if he naps, he's like on top of me, like completely in my lap. And he'll sleep for 2 hours there, and I can do other things while I'm sitting there, but I can't record YouTube. And so that's really challenging. And tonight he fell asleep super early, and I'm like, I get to actually record. However, if I did not have this plan, if I didn't have all of my show notes ready, I wouldn't be doing it. So it has completely kept me on track for recording. All right, so one of the reasons a lot of people avoid YouTube and long form content and like creating blogs and podcasts is because you start with some really great ideas, and you're like, okay, I'm going, I'm doing this, and then there's a lot of pressure to think of ideas and like good ideas of what to record and what to do and how you're gonna do it, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It seems like so much to think of what to put in a 10-minute video or so, when you've never made videos before. It's overwhelming, and it's a lot of pressure. So I'm going to share with you some places that you can get ideas for your videos. Now, you need to make sure that whichever one you choose, that you're talking to your target audience all the time. Okay, so some of these might spark inspiration for you, but make sure that if you're like, oh, I like this idea and that idea and this idea, that they all talk to your one audience. You don't want to be talking to multiple audiences. You can get ideas from your niche. So whatever your niche is for your Teachers Pay Teacher store or online resources or whatever teacher business you've created, you can get ideas from that. So your niche is the focus of your business or your channel, and your audience isn't going to be the whole world. You don't want it to be. They're not all interested in what you're going to do. You want it to be the people that, who are those people? Who are your people? Who are you trying to reach? For my YouTube channel, it's other teacherpreneurs that are selling on Teachers Pay Teachers or creating other teacher businesses. Make sure you decide who you're going to reach with your niche and that your channel is talking to them. So you could, like, it's completely dependent on what else you're doing with your business, but make sure that you're following your niche. Number 2 is you can get video ideas from your resources. There's been a whole bunch of times where I've thought, maybe I should start a YouTube channel for my resources, other than the fact that it's so hard to find time to record them. So you can look at any of your resources, any of the products you've created, anything that you're doing for your teacher business, and you can make videos about them. So if you're someone who's like making the teacher t-shirts, you can like show yourself making them and show people the process of how you design them or print them or whatever it is you do, and let them have an inside peek and let them have sneak peeks at upcoming designs, and then they'll be like, whoa, I want that. And it creates a little hype for your business too. You can show your teaching resources in action, like you can show how they work and what your students will look like doing them. You can explain them in a tutorial of like how to teach it. There are all sorts of ways that you can talk about your resources or online products. Number 3, you can focus in on your best sellers. So whatever your best sellers are on Teachers Pay Teachers or whatever, whatever resources you're creating, there's a reason they're best sellers. There's a reason people find them. And you probably can like talk about them in like 100 different ways, because if they're a bestseller, it's probably something that you know really well, and you can explain, like break it down into like 10 different topics and like talk about those. And while you're talking about those, you'll probably find ideas for how to break it down even more. The more you talk about your bestsellers, the more they're gonna sell. People like learning about something they are interested in buying, and they love knowing exactly what they're gonna get. So showing your audience the resource and how to use it is a great way to entice them to purchase, especially if they're on the fence. Why Why would they want to do the creation when the work's all done for them? Like, you already did it, it's already made, it's already perfect. They think it's a great idea, and now you've shown them what it is and how to use it, and they are all in. All right, you can get YouTube video ideas from your blog. So if you've been blogging or podcasting, you can simply look at what you've done there and look at which ones are visited the most and listened to the most, and you can create a video about them, talking about them, and people will be like, I get to like see her, and they feel like they get to know you better because they see you on camera. And it could be some people are like, I would rather watch a video than read a blog. I'd rather watch a video than listen to a podcast. So you can use the same material and just do it on video. You can also focus in on your most visited blogs. So whatever blogs people are visiting the most, clearly people are searching for that information, and you can create more ways for new customers to find that information by creating videos about it, because the people who are searching a regular search and searching on YouTube are different. So you can help people find you on other platforms. You can also create videos by talking about what you're doing in your business, how you're growing your business, and what's going on in your business. The rest of my ideas have been more about like your resources, and this is kind of like an inside peek on the how to do it. Some teachers would be very interested in that, but you have to be careful to make sure that you're talking to your one audience if you're going to talk about what you're working on in your business. This content generating idea is exactly how I started my YouTube channel. I started by talking about my business. I thought about my goals for each month and I talked about them. I shared what I had learned about different parts of my business and like how to do Pinterest and how to do email and how to make YouTube videos. And I just kept talking about everything that I was doing. And it provided me with a chance to reflect and make decisions. And then it's, it's just what I do now. All right, now your brain is probably spinning, you probably have some ideas of what you're gonna do. You have to make sure that you don't leave those ideas floating around in your head because they can get overwhelming. You have so many. So you need to start writing them down. There are a few ways you can go about this. You can use a spreadsheet or a post-it notes or a line paper, but make sure you capture your ideas because you will forget them. It's just who we are. We're people, we'll forget them. Now you need to organize them. Post-its are great because if you have like a whole bunch of post-its with your ideas on them, you can move them around and put them into categories. You can put them on a calendar to decide when you're going to release each idea. And it's, post-its are really helpful for that. I use a Google spreadsheet because I can add new ideas to it anytime. I usually have my computer with me and I'm often working on the go or with a toddler on my lap. And since that's how I'm working, I can't really get to like a content calendar when I think of an idea. So it's just an easier way for me to track them. I used to try like putting pieces of paper, post-its, all of that. I would just lose them. So now I have one master spreadsheet with all of my YouTube ideas for the year. And that's what I've been working off of with all of my ideas. And it's left me with endless content for my YouTube channel. So I got more ideas for you coming up ahead. Decide how you're going to store all of your ideas for YouTube and then do it. Like, take the time to do it. It's the most boring part, but it will be really helpful for your business. All right, if you have more questions about starting a YouTube channel and what you can talk about, leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will talk to you soon. Have an awesome day.